Hey everybody. How's everybody doing? So, since today I decided to get lazy for the first time in a while, I just figured I'd jump on here for a little bit, talk to you guys. We're just live. Yeah, I got my Bears hoodie on, but it is miserable being a Bears fan, I will tell you that. Good morning everybody. So, the reason I'm doing this, I know I do a lot of live streaming on Twitch nowadays, but a lot of people are so used to videos coming up on Friday around this time that I figured if I wasn't going to put a video up, I might as well get on here and live stream and just say hi to everybody, see how everybody's doing. Um, and, I'll give you the backstory, since I didn't do um, a video today. The reason I didn't do a video today is because Tuesday and Wednesday I was actually doing my job, my other real job. We had a rehearsal, kept us busy for about 12 hours on Tuesday, working on guitars all day, running through the set. And then Wednesday, we had a full performance with Dustin for a live stream. And it just kept me super busy. And, I got some videos done beforehand. But, yesterday on Thursday, I was like, man, I really need to do a video today, like Thursday, to get it ready for today, Friday. And I was like, you know what? I'm just mentally and physically exhausted. I haven't seen my wife in 2 days. And we just hung out yesterday. We watched Harry Potter. It was great. And I figured if I'm not doing a video today, I'm going to do a live stream just for a little bit. This isn't going to be long. We're just going to be here for about 20, 30 minutes. But I bought a GoPro and I recorded so much footage from working on Tuesday and Wednesday. And I'm going to put together a behind the scenes video that's going to come out next week for you guys to see like what I actually do when I'm guitar teching. It's pretty cool. I've showed some of the footage to some of the people on Discord already. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, man. I got a lot of footage where I just put the GoPro on my head and did my job, and like you can see me time lapse working on guitars and loading in, and there's some funny stuff in there too. Yeah, I might start working in some YouTube streams again. These, a lot of, at least on days where like I can't get an actual reaction video out, because there's still people that like YouTube that aren't on Twitch. I love Twitch. It's just very user friendly and it allows me to do a lot of stuff. Yes, Kerbuki, I definitely turned off the GoPro when I was going to the restroom. Yeah, it was fun, man. It was a little different because really quick, Sandra, Twitch isn't just for gaming. Like I'm not just there's a lot of people that do more things than just game on there, and I half the time I'm not gaming either. It was a little different at the show because it was a live stream and there was no crowd. So it was kind of weird, but it was still like I worked my day as if it was normal, and you guys will see a lot of that. Oh, it's all good, Phoenix. Band practice comes first. DT, welcome. Yeah, this is going to be one of the rare YouTube streams. I always forget though, like I really like Twitch, but there's a lot of people that don't use Twitch that only use YouTube. Yeah, Max, I'm probably going to be playing Cyberpunk after this as well. I downloaded Cyberpunk yesterday and I've got like 2 hours into it. I played from like midnight to 2 after Claire fell asleep. Red Nemo, no problem. Dude, the guys from Nanowar were great. They were fun to talk to. Psycho Stick! God, I've seen them live so many times. Yeah, I definitely would love to come back to Germany. Our Discord's fun. Alan, what do you mean? Like, what do I think about bands playing overseas? Do I think they should? Or what do I think about bands playing overseas, like, right now? Oh, okay. Best concert production I've ever seen. I think, like, in person, I think the best concert production I've ever seen was. This is funny because I'm not a huge fan of this band, but I think it was U2 on the 360 tour like 10 years ago in stadiums. Insane. Absolutely insane. Claire is doing very well. Thank you for asking. Going into the third trimester starting next week. She's healthy. Baby's healthy. Kicking like crazy. Yeah, we've got about 3 months left. Our due date is, yeah, exactly like 3 months from now. Chase, you haven't missed anything. We're just hanging. John, what did I get you for your birthday? When's your birthday? Is it today? I've not seen the new Q Stack Hasselhoff video. I think the baby's headbanging. She actually does react to music a lot when we put music on. Fampy Witch, thank you very much. Good to see you on here. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so the Twitch notification system sucks, which is why I always put it on YouTube and Twitter when I do it. I'm not gonna lie, there may be a time where I just come back over to YouTube. Each platform has its pros and cons. Like, the YouTube copyright system is a pain in the ass, but it actually protects us more than you think it does. Now on Twitch, if like you'll just get shut down now with all the DMCA stuff they have going on. But Twitch is more friendly to the streamer, especially with revenue and stuff like that, where YouTube takes a giant cut of everything. Like, that's why I'm on Twitch a lot more. Oh, thanks, Wolf. Can you tell us the story of how you became a tech and first huge tech job you had? So I became a roadie because I was in a band and we were touring with other bands and we were just not making money. And I was kind of miserable, to be honest. I was so broke for like from the age of like 18 to like 21, just broke as hell. And a band we were working for, we became friends with, and I told them I was thinking about quitting the band, and they were like, "Well, we've got the budget to hire somebody, and you seem like you have a good work ethic if you want to come out." It was a band called Red, hard rock band, and I started working for them. I started out as their lighting director and merch manager, and then I slowly transitioned into like bass teching and drum teching as well. Um, I don't know. I've done so many jobs in the industry. It's kind of hard to say what the biggest tech gig I've had is. I would say the gig I'm on right now with Dustin is probably the most like high end like teching job I've ever had. But I mean, I've done merchandise for huge bands as well. Like I did the Van Halen tour in 2012 doing merchandise for them. Done Journey. I was a merch assistant on Nickelback as well. But I wasn't guitar teching on those. I was just doing merch, like I said. We got Finland in the house. Yeah, it's huge. It was awesome, dude. Like, I think the Van Halen tour I did was one of the funnest tours I've ever done in terms of like crew hangs and the people on it. It was such a good vibe. Like, didn't interact with the band much, if at all. But the just the crew vibe and the hanging out on that was so awesome. And Nickelback as well. Great guys. Now we did interact with the band on that one and they were great people. I love Nickelback. I love Nickelback, Kevin. Love them. I don't care what anybody says. I think their music is great and I enjoy it. That's all that matters. Like I think people need to worry less about what other people think about the music they're listening to. If you listen to something and you enjoy it, fucking listen to it. Love Nickelback. Like insanely good live show. Like the people that aren't into Nickelback that kind of hate on them, I don't think they realize like they are actually a very talented band and their live production is insane. They're a rock and roll band, man. So Nickelback being overplayed, that's interesting because I heard um somebody was telling me, I think it was Jenny on our Discord. She lives in Canada. She was saying that the Canadian radio broadcast system has a rule where like 50% of the stuff that they play on the radio has to be from Canadian artists. So it's not just being dominated with American music all the time because of the top 40 and stuff we have. So Nickelback was on the radio in Canada all the time. Like they weren't on the radio as much in the US. They still had huge hits, but like I don't know if they were overplayed in the US. I don't know if I would say they were. But then again, I don't listen to the radio a ton. Exactly, Dave. Like I had friends that when I toured with Nickelback, they'd be like, "Dude, that band sucks. I can't believe you're touring with them." And then when we'd come through like Chicago, my old hometown, I'd have friends hit me up and like, "So, can you get me tickets to the show?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I thought you hated Nickelback." I don't think I could do a reaction video to Nickelback because I know all their music. Like it wouldn't be authentic at all. Like I know I have all of their CDs. I actually like Nickelback. I can't get into details because you guys know me. I'm not going to openly trash and tell behind the scenes stories. But like, what I will say, don't be jealous of me working for Sick Puppies. Unleash the Archers should be on the Canadian airwaves a ton. They deserve it. Yeah, I mean, I grew up on radio. Don't anymore. Like, I never listen to the radio anymore. I could probably do a reaction to Dragon Force if they have newer stuff I don't know, but like I started listening to Dragon Force in like 2003 or 4. I saw them live a few times actually. I saw them headline once at the House of Blues Chicago. No, at Congress Theater in Chicago. All That Remains and Horse the Band were the openers. And then I saw them again at the House of Blues in Chicago where Killswitch Engage was headlining, and then it was Dragon Force, Chimera, and He Is Legend. Awesome show. Man, I haven't heard a ton of Gojira, and I've done one reaction. I really liked it. I need to get back to more. I need to get back to more Gojira because I liked what I've heard. I would love to interview Psycho Stick on this channel. I've seen them live so many times. Horse the Band, yes. So it's kind of hard to say Lars is that bad of a drummer because he's in Metallica. Like if he was that terrible, he wouldn't be in the band. But he's not one of the best drummers out there. I will say that. Lars is Lars. I've listened to some of the Beelzebubs. I think it's great. So the reason I won't do any reactions to Rammstein is because I'm super familiar with them. I've been listening to them since they first got played in the States, like 98, 99. I have all their CDs, I have all their DVDs, I've seen them live. Like, there's nothing shocking to me anymore about Rammstein because I'm so into them. I love Portnoy. Yeah, I need to check out Tala for sure. Yeah, Lars deserves credit. Like, off the top of my head though, I could name 20 drummers that I think are better than him. But it's Lars. Yeah, 3 Inches of Blood, dude. Another shout out, another Canadian band. I've never heard of Poets of the Fall. Oh, I love Metallica. That's fine. Lars is a great name for for a dog if you're a Metallica fan. I did have a pretty harsh comment that's going to be in my backstage videos where I was listening to Orbit Culture. One of my crew guys was like, "What is this?" I was like, "This is what Metallica would have sounded like if they would have rocked." I was talking about Orbit Culture, but I was kidding because I love Metallica. Even the albums where people like kind of gave up, like Load and Reload and stuff, I still love those albums. Oh, Strapping Young Lad is one of my favorite metal bands ever. Like anything Devin does, but especially Strapping Young Lad. Like I absolutely love Strapping. I used to line check the guitar riff for Love on tour all the time and Detox. I've never heard of Poets of the Fall, no. Okay. Paradise Lost, I know I've heard the name, but I don't think I've ever listened to him. Yes, I've seen the new AC/DC. Sounds like AC/DC. Like, I don't mean that in a bad way. It's like they have such that specific sound that like you could have thrown their new songs in a playlist of their old songs and I would have never known it was new. They're so good at just playing that specific sound. I've never teched Kevin, I've never teched a Schecter guitar, but I've played some of their basses and I actually like them. I do not know that band. I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it right, but is it Vur or Ver? I'm all over the place with music stuff, man. I would love to check out the solo stuff of some of the baby metal band. I mean, dude, I did not hear the new Avatar single. That might be a good one to do. Yeah, AC/DC and Slayer. The funny thing about Slayer is I've said this on Discord as a joke. Like, I like the idea of Slayer more than I actually like Slayer. If that makes sense. Puka, Electric Six. I haven't heard that name forever. That was the first concert I ever saw in Nashville when I moved here. Electric Six played here. I love that band so much. I haven't heard any of the new Clutch yet, but I do like Clutch. I've heard some of the Sons of Apollo stuff. No, Electric Six is not country. It's hard to describe what Electric Six is. They're like good vibe dance party rock music. They're so good. Um, it Phoenix, it kind of depends, man. Like it depends on what you're doing on the road. So if you're on a big enough tour where you're drum riser, stays built every day, like you don't have to tear anything down, I'd go with a rack for sure, where that rack could just live on the drum riser bolted down every day. But if you're like club touring and I'm setting up stuff, I would definitely prefer a drum kit that had stands. Setting up a rack every day can get a pain in the ass, but stands are great, especially if you got memory locks and you've spiked your carpet and stuff. You can just pop everything open and put it down. Yeah, Puka, was it exit in? Yeah, first name. There's a lot of good music coming out of Canada and Japan right now. Yeah, Everett, since I didn't put out a reaction today because yesterday I just spent my day doing stuff around the house and hanging out with Claire and stuff, I just decided I wanted to do something for you guys. So just live stream. Not going to go much longer. I just wanted to check in and see how everybody's doing. Oh, Andre, that's a good question. Yeah, there's bands that I've listened to their stuff that I haven't been into it, and then I saw them live, and I was like, oh, they're really good. Um, I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now. Give me a second. Oh, is the new Every Time I Die stuff out? Oh, I need to do that. Puka, you were there? No way. Peachy Keen, I don't know. I went to university to become a teacher. I wanted to be a high school teacher, which is odd. Like, I couldn't imagine doing that now. I would love to be like an A&R rep at like a guitar company, just dealing with artists and working with guitars and getting them guitars and stuff. Phoenix, 13 symbols on your kit. Yeah, you'd probably like a rack then, so you don't have to take stuff up and down. Oh, I keep hearing about Bat Metal. I need to do that. What are some of the most important albums I've ever heard? Ooh. So this is probably just, personal, obviously, but let's see. In my high school years when I was really figuring out what I liked with music. Well, let's start in the early days. Knocking at Your Back Door by Deep Purple was like I had on cassette and I listened to when I was like 4 or 5 years old nonstop. Um, but when I was growing up, Demanufacture by Fear Factory opened me up to metal. That whole album from start to finish. Um, I really discovered like what industrial metal was and was just so blown away by it. Um, Gesture Race by In Flames. And then also like actually let's just say any In Flames album between Gesture Race and Reroute to Remain really impacted me. Hate Crew Death Roll by Children of Bodom. Um Death Cult Armageddon by Dimmu Borgir. Those three bands opened me up to like European metal when I was younger. I don't know. Let me keep thinking about that one. The first album I ever bought with my own money was Demanufacture by Fear Factory. Think it was like think it was like chore money that I got from my parents for doing stuff around the house. And I discovered Fear Factory from the Mortal Kombat movie. They were on that soundtrack. Colony is such a good album too. So I see the new cover of In Flames. No, I haven't. I'm familiar with Opeth, but I never really dug into their catalog, so I needed to listen to more Opeth for sure. Like I'm familiar-ish. I've heard a lot, but not everything. I've not heard the latest Epica. I've not checked out Jared Dines' new stuff. Yeah, Fear Factory, man, they just plagued with legal shit their entire career. Last concert I've been to as a viewer and not a tech. Uh, I can't remember which one was first. It was either Walk Off the Earth or Disturbed in 3 Days Grace, but I can't remember. It's around the same time. Well, it might have been Primus and Mastodon too. I can't remember. Hold on, Claire's yelling at me. Yeah, Claire's telling me it was probably the Primus and Mastodon one, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I've heard any Greek metal. Maybe. So guys, it's been about a half hour. I wasn't planning on doing this long. I just wanted to like check in with you guys in the time frame I would normally do a reaction. So I'm probably gonna jump off in a few minutes, but I'm gonna try and get through these comments as much as I can. No, Claire can just hear me. Like she's in the living room and she can like usually hear me. Everett, I actually have been talking to Two Rockin' Grannies via email. I was thinking about doing an interview with a roadie episode with them. Oh, very familiar with King Diamond. So that's a good question, Michael. So when bands do live shows and there are like multiple openers and stuff like that, so when bands sound check, we spike the floor with tape, like on stage with different colors, so we know exactly where to place pedal boards and mic stands and stuff, because the lighting has already been focused to where they need to be. So that's how we get the pedals and all that out so quick. But techs also have little tricks on where they need their settings to be. Like they're using analog amps, they might have a piece of tape above the knobs that have all the settings on where they need to be. Sound guys with digital consoles nowadays can have scenes saved where when they switch songs, all the faders will automatically change to where they need to be for that specific song. So with excuse me, with technology the way it is now, it's pretty interesting. And with changeovers like that, it's pretty much down to a really good science. Like all the techs know exactly what they need to do in that short time frame to get everything ready. But I've had changeovers, no joke, where it's like down to the last 10 seconds. I'm working that whole time. Like it's very rare that I get done with a changeover into a band and have more than a couple minutes to like sit and get ready for the show. Like there are a lot of times where I'm literally just getting off the stage as our intro is rolling. Claire is not a metalhead, no. She can get into some of the stuff I listen to, but she is not a metalhead by any means. Killer Whale, that's something I still want to do, man. Like I still want to do like a throwback Thursday. I just got to figure out a good way, like a good layout for it where I'll be able to do that, because that could be super fun. Technology might replace certain things, but not overall. Like technology could never replace somebody like me. And I only say that because there's a lot of gear work that needs to be done. Like stuff breaks. Like you need somebody on the road that knows what they're doing to fix instruments and to like do stuff like that. Now, maybe maybe someday, not in my lifetime. I don't think technology will ever get in my lifetime to a place where like guitar techs or drum techs or anything like that will ever be replaced. Yeah, Kempers and fractals are getting a lot more popular in the US. Like we switched to fractal Axe 3 last year from using real amps. Michael, I don't know. And I'm not saying that to hide anything. I have no more reactions filmed right now. Like tonight I'm going to start on next week. I do not know what I'm going to do yet. Sometimes I just don't plan ahead, and when I sit down to do reaction, I just go through comments and the sheet that we have from Discord, and I just pick something and go with it. Edward, thank you. Yeah, I was actually talking to a buddy at ESP about seeing if I could get an EV1 replica made, like a Purple Horizon with all the gold hardware and stuff that I could play at home. So, um, but anyways, guys, I'm gonna get off. I got some stuff to do. Oh, that's a good question though. Hold on. Michael asked, have I ever had to do a string change on a guitar in the middle of the show because a player's broken them? Yes. Not often, but yes, it has happened. Like, I've had a guitar player like break one of their high E strings or something, and then they'll finish out the song without it, and then we'll swap guitars for another song, and then in that 3-minute window of another song, I'll have to restring and get everything in tune and good to go to get that guitar back to him. That has happened a bunch. So, before I go, guys, a lot of people have been asking lately what I'm going to do with YouTube once touring starts back up again, because, you know, shows are starting to pop up and they're starting to book stuff coming out and stuff like that. And I've kept it no secret from anybody that I would love to do this full time. It's like YouTube stuff and Twitch stuff, like especially with a child coming. I want to be home. If I'm being open and honest, my goal is that by the time our daughter is born in the next 3 months, I may be fully like retired full time from touring. And I would love to focus on this and do this. But for that to happen, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of it's financial. Like I make decent money touring and stuff like that. You know, I'm making ad revenue from YouTube. Not a ton, because a lot of our videos get they get copyright claims on them. I think I have 130 videos, and maybe 30 or 40 of them I can actually make money on. So for me to, you know, I saw somebody comment the other day. They're like, "Oh, I don't know, you know, what we're gonna do when you go back out on tour. We're not gonna have as many videos to watch." I would love to be able to turn this into my full-time job, especially with a kid at home. I want to stay home, man. I've been touring for 13, 14 years. I've missed a lot of stuff in my life. I'm not missing my kid growing up, so I want to stay home. For that to happen, and I know a lot of people don't like to talk about money and finances and stuff on here, but like this content creating needs to make me as much money as I was making on tour, because that's where my bar is set for like being able to take care of us and stuff like that. So I will never stop doing this stuff. But for any of those of you that do like the content and you want to contribute, like I've got a link down here to my Patreon. If you contribute on Patreon, like I have bonuses and stuff like that, subscribing on Twitch, sharing my channel and my videos as much as you can. Like if you don't have finances to contribute, which I know a lot of people don't, especially right now, that's totally fine. I'm never going to block any of this content behind a paywall ever. Like I'm always going to put this on YouTube for nothing. But if you aren't able to contribute financially, feel free to just share my videos and tell people about it. That's the best way to do it. And, you know, view them when you can, because there is ad revenue that we get sometimes. And if you are able to contribute, Patreon and Twitch is great. But if not, no big deal, man. But yeah, if I get to a point where I can make as much doing this as I'm making on the road, like this is going to be full time. We're going to be doing videos nonstop. I'm going to be creating a lot more content than just reaction videos. Like I said, I've got backstage footage from the last few days from working that I'm going to be putting together. I'm going to be doing a lot more interviews with bands and artists, and I got some other ideas that I want to do too. So, yeah, Umbra Mortis, yeah, Patreon. YouTube Premium I haven't done because YouTube takes a lot from their content creators, if I'm being honest. But I do have Patreon, and there are bonuses on there. Like you get to see videos early. I do blooper videos and stuff like that. It's great. Bash, thank you so much, man. You didn't have to do that. Vampy Witch, I haven't had a lot of videos blocked. Out of the 130 or so I've done, I think I've had 4 of them blocked. And all my blocked videos are on Patreon as well, if anybody still wants to see those. I think right now it's like Lorna Shore, Sabaton, Powerwolf, and Insomnium. So, but yeah, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I'll probably be on Discord. If you're not on Discord, I think Orker had put the link in there. I will put it in there as well, just in case. Chase Carnison and I share that Discord. And there's a lot of people on there a lot. We have a great community, and we're on there a ton. And then I'm also on Twitch, too. So, but guys, thank you so much. I just wanted to get on here and say hi to you guys and hang out, you know, since I didn't do a video today. Let me just look at the chat one more time. So with roadies, it can go either way. You can either get it. A lot of the times you're hired as like a freelance. It's like a 1099. Like you're an independent contractor. But the band I've been working for the past 5 years, I am an employee of theirs, like full time. So guys, I'm going to get going. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. I appreciate all the time you spend on this channel. Thank you guys for all the support. I'll be on Discord and probably Twitch later today. And everybody have a wonderful day. And I will see you guys very, very, very soon. Take care.